Hello. I wanted to make a video about Sketchbook and why it's important to have one and use one. So maybe I can start with showing some stuff. Yeah, here I try to draw someone's face, just some doodles. Yeah, and I wanted to try out design for an elephant, so I just drew some random elephants. And I find it important to have a sketchbook because that way you keep drawing, and that's important. When you want to become an artist, you have to draw as much as possible, and a sketchbook gives you the chance to draw everywhere. For example, I travel in total 1 hour a day to work, so I can draw in the train in a sketchbook. And the fun thing about Sketchbook is it doesn't have to be super polished or pretty. So these are just some rough ideas for a story. Or people in the train. And I try to be really diverse and quickly try out some stuff. And because it's sketchbook and just for practice, it's okay when it's not super cool or etc. And I also use it to post daily on Instagram. So I have I try to fill 2 pages a day. So I have something to post on Instagram almost every day. And it's also really great because I draw a lot on the computer, and it's also really important to be able to draw on paper. And it also helps because on the computer you can use Ctrl-Z all the time. And on paper, you can use eraser, but it's less forgiving. And it's also really good to participate in events and challenges. I'm now doing the hashtag Draw This in Your Style event. This is from there's original artwork from artists, and the challenge is to draw it in your own style. So try to do some different things. So this character is not from me, but from Melba Brooks, if I say it right. And then I drew it in some different poses. And I actually I searched the internet for some poses of Skater Girl. And in the train, then I make screenshots of that pose and on my phone, and then I put my phone on the paper and draw the pose, and then I draw it in my style. So that's great practice. Sharks. I also did the draw or die challenge, and you have to Google it. It's a really cool challenge, and it's a challenge where you have to draw each day, and when you miss a day, you lose a life until you die. And then one day you have to draw sharks. The other day you have to draw tennis girls. I don't know, something. And so that's it. Here I try to mix some different draw this in your style artist. And I'm now working on one of Gerrit's draw this in your style challenges. And here you can see people ask me how my lines are so clean, and that's basically because I start really light, and then I start press a bit harder over it. And sometimes the train is shaky, and then if it's really shaky, I stop doing the really important lines like this, but I start shading. If it's bumpy, I start shading, because you won't see that in the in the end product when that goes wrong. And I try to be really thinking 3D shapes, like this head. I try to think of a sausage sphere with middle line, like you're working in a 3D program. You see? I don't actually draw this anymore, but I try to think of it. So place the eyes on the sausage, wrap the lips around it, etc. I use Blackwing pencils, and these were the pencils the old Disney 2D animation movies were drawn with. And they're a bit expensive, but they're really good. And what I like about it is the eraser on top of it. Especially when I'm in the train, it's really handy to have an eraser on the pencil. So yeah. And more things, sometimes I use a Post-it on my hand so I don't smudge it. Or, for example, if you use a sheet of paper, you can draw like this and you don't smudge it. I have a really handy eraser, this one. It's perfect for in the train because of the little room in it. It's from Faber-Castell. And some other stuff I use. Mechanical pencil. Don't use it now as often, but I think I will. So yeah, take one with small eraser on top. You can take off. And you can put back in. Fine liner is also really nice because it's even less forgiving because you have to use it for single lines. Like you draw, like if I draw a person in the train, I have to, If you make a mistake, it's too bad, but yeah, it's no problem because it's great practice. More pencils. I really like these cheap pens. And people also ask me what kind of sketchbook I use, and I try to find ones with good thick paper, but not too expensive. I don't know how is that brands. There are some brands of sketchbook really nice, but yeah, I find those too expensive, and I don't want to feel guilty when I mess something up. Here's a different sketchbook. The Mermaid Challenge, and yeah, some more stuff. It's all from the Draw or Die Challenge. Planes. Try to do things as well you're not familiar with. Fish next. That's more. There were some sketches from in the museum. Random people. And sometimes I'm also going to Croquis Cafe, this YouTube channel, and there I use that to draw figure drawing in the train. So yeah, you can do figure drawing everywhere. I don't have a lot of spare time, so yeah, I can do at least some figure drawing in the train. Yeah, some colleagues. That's it. And if you have any question or want to know more about sketchbook drawing, let me know. Thanks. Bye.